Hello everyone, my name is DIXIT and this is my channel Pen Test Diaries. So today I'll give you a walkthrough of one of the retired machine of HackTheBox, that's Hancliffe. In this machine I have used a couple of concepts from my side, and at one point I'm not able to solve the machine, so that was the reason I'm taking a reference of one of the blog, and I have mentioned that blog name as 7 Rocky. I'm using the final exploit from that blog itself directly to get it compromised and get the root flag out of it. So now we're supposed to go to our machine and just try to see what are the steps we're supposed to take to get it compromised this machine. So before proceeding further, this is my technical blog where you can get all the write-up, which whatever the write-up I've created so far. So all the write-up is available over here. Even you can visit the category section where you can get a red teaming related material, and even the Python related material you can get it. PowerShell related material you can get it over here itself. And this is my technical YouTube channel where you can find all the walkthrough, whatever the walkthrough I published it so far, so you can get it easily over here itself. Okay, now we'll proceed further with that machine, and the machine name we just try to get it solved is Hancliffe. Okay, so this is a hard machine, and in couple of cases I'm taking a help of some blocks, as I stopped at one point and after that I'm not able to I've solved the user level writes, but unfortunately I'm not able to solve the root level writes. That was a main cause. So I'm taking a help of one of the blog, and I'm just giving a reference link also in the description section of this video so that you're just aware about what the steps I'm taking it. Okay, so now we'll proceed further with that, how to solve this machine. So first of all, we have to fire the command nmap-a, and we just have to give it IP address as 115. I'm hoping that my target IP is running. So we'll wait for the output. So as I can see that the ports are port 80, port 8000 and quad 9 are the ports is enabled on the target machine. Okay, so now we'll proceed further and we'll try to get it access, as its port 80 is enabled over here. So I'll try to get it approach for what exactly the output I'm getting it when I try to get it access on browser. So let me try to open the browser and try to get it access this. Okay, got this. Okay, so it looks like a NGX page I'm getting it on my screen. Okay, so what's the next step for it? There is 8000 port is also enabled. Let me try to get it access that also. So it's like a stateless password manager. Okay, that's also one of the page. So what else I can do it over here? So let me put the entry of hackcliff.htb, which I suppose I'm getting it in this section. So I'll suppose to put it that in my host 20 so that it's easy for me to get it access that. So you can see that it's hackcliff.htb. So we'll just have to put that entry. Let me go over here. Let's get /etc host and it's 115. So you can see that it's hackcliff.htb. This entry you have to do it on in your host file. Once you're done with this, we'll just simply have to run the go buster just to get it identify what is the output we're getting it, and we are excluding 404. So let me go to the next terminal and I'll just put it this. So this is the target. We just put in wordless we are just mentioning, and we just want to exclude 404. So we'll wait for the output for it. So in the output I can see that there are a couple of subdirectories I can able to identify, and maintenance, null, index.html and the con. So let me concentrate on the maintenance part. Let me try to get it access once again on my browser with /maintenance. Let me go to the browser, try to get access this. Okay, shit. I just have to mention it. Okay, now it's perfect. Okay, so over here we can see some error. Okay, we are not able to get the appropriate output out of it. So what exactly the steps we can do it once again, and yeah, I will tell you that there is one of the file, there is one of the wordless file, you have to use it over here. So this file I have put it the path of it in my description section of this video, and even in my write-up you can able to get it very easily. Okay, so this word list you have to get it download for the next step. So now once again we are running the Go Buster with this file itself, just to figure out is there any possibility for other subdirectories to get it identified. Let me clear this once again and run this. Okay, so we'll wait for the output once again. So over here it will take a lot of time to get it give it as an output. Until here you can see that it's running almost from last 20 minutes itself. Still I've reached 57% only, and I'm not getting any output of it. So let it be, we'll just go ahead further. As previously when I've solved this machine, so at the time I'm not getting any appropriate output of it, like whatever the things I'm getting it out of this, which is not like I can't use it further on in this machine. Okay, so we'll go ahead further with that, and we'll try first thing from our side just to figure out is there any possibility for something else to be get it out of it or not. The same word list we are using it with FUF. Okay, and we'll try to run it with this, wait for the output for it to get it complete. So as it's creating a problem for me, so I have resetted the machine, and then I have initiated this command once again, and this is the output I'm getting it out of it, which I'm looking for it. And I can show you the earlier command also where I'm not getting the output earlier, but now it's working fine for me. Okay, and it's a bit faster. It may be a possibility like the server is not running appropriate, that was the reason we are not getting appropriate output. Okay, so now once again we'll go to the browser, and what I have to do, I'll try to access the same which I'm getting it out of this. So let me try to get it accesses, and I'm getting a new, it's this type of thing I'm getting it on my screen. So what else we can do it, and there is another one which I can call it as login.jsp. So we'll try for both, and I can able to see it's a login page of this portal over here. Okay, so now what we have to do, let me search for any exploit is ready-made exploit is available or not. So let me go to another terminal, stop this ping, try to search for this, and I can able to see it's RC is available. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do, let me open that same thing for you on browser also. So this is this CVE I'm talking about right now. So I'm talking about this CVE. So let me get it copied down on my base system itself. So as I've already copied, so there is no need for me, but you simply have to clone it. You simply have to clone it like this. Once you clone it, you simply have to try to get it access that section. Okay, let me go inside of it. Okay, perfect. So now what exactly we have to do it over here. So before proceeding further, let me open the code for you. Okay, so this is the code where we have to customize couple of things from our side. So these are the two things which are required to be get it customized. You have to define it a target IP addresses, and other than that architecture. So over here I have defined architecture as Win instead of Unix, as it's a Windows server. Okay, so let me proceed further now and run this script. So it's running with Python 3. Okay, so we'll run this, and we are inside of it as it's vulnerable already. Okay, so what I have to do, I can run it over here. Who am I, just to see whatever output I'm getting it. I can see it's a SVC account, I can able to see. Okay, so let me take a reverse shell of it. So it's 1 2 3, and over here what I have to do, I'll just have to go to the browser once again, and let me make a PowerShell content for me, so that I can able to trigger it from my shell itself and to get the reverse shell out of it. Okay, so let me check the IP address also. Wait a minute, let me check the IP address. So it's 102, perfect. So it's the same 102, and I'm listening on 1 2 3 4. Okay, what exactly I'm looking for it over here, you have to go to the PowerShell base 64, and from here itself you just have to copy the content. Let me get it copy the content, and I'll go back to the terminal. Before that, let me zoom it once again. In case of browser also, couple of times you're not able to see it clearly, so that was the reason I've zoomed it, so you can able to see. Okay, so let me copy it already, and now I'll go back to this section. I'll paste it over here. Let me check it once again whether I'm listening on the port. Yeah, I'm listening. Let me click on it and I can get it. Okay, so I'm getting the shell out of it. So now what's the next step for it? To get it proceed further with that, we simply have to fire the command is who am I, and the same output we are getting it out of it, as we are taking the control of the same thing. Okay, what else? There is one of the link. I'll just try to get it open once again for you. It's a GitHub link. It's a WinPiece link. Okay, as we have to run the WinPiece also, that was a reason. So in my case, it's already present on my base system, so there is no need for me. If you want to get it download, you can download it from here. Okay, let me go ahead further with that. Let me start the Python server on port 80. Okay, and now what I have to do, I'll simply have to fire the command for the WinPiece. Let me customize the command for me. So earlier when I have solved this machine, my IP address is 4. Now it's changed and the port number is port 80. We are listening. We just try to fetch it out this and make it as this one. Okay, let me try to run this directly. Let's see whether it will work for us or not. Yeah, it's working for me. Let it be complete the command execution. Still running. Is it a big file? Let me see how big is it. Okay, it's WinWNP capital X64. I'm able to find that. Okay, let it be, no problem. It should be get it completed. We'll wait for it. So over here, as I'm facing some issue related to the WinPiece, so that was the reason I simply have run it the netstat-a. By that way also we can able to figure out couple of ports and this one which we are looking for it. Okay, so now the next step for it, these are the services which is running on a target machine. So what's the next step for it? So on our local machine, we'll try to search for a unified remote 3. These are the ports belongs to that one only, so that was the reason. Let me go to this section once again and now search for this. So I can able to find couple of things related to that. Okay, so now what we have to do, we simply have to open the MSF console. This machine I'm facing a lot of issues, couple of time I just have to troubleshoot again and again. It's not stable right now when I'm making a video, so that was the reason behind it. In couple of cases I'm facing such type of issues that it related to the network or something related to that. So that was the reason it's taking a lot of time to get it solved, this machine. Okay, now the MSF console is open for us. Let me create the file for us, by which we have to get it triggered from our machine, and by that way we try to get a metadata shell. So let me make it everything be configured. Okay, instead of 4 we have to make it 102. Now fire show options. Okay, now perfect. Now what we have to do, we simply have to create one file for us. Okay, so I'll just create this file. Okay, once we create that file, we'll just try to make it a listener also, so that when we're trailing this file we get the reverse shell out of it. So now we'll set that reverse TCP as a metadata station, which we're supposed to get it when we'll try to trigger this file reverse.exe file on our shell, whatever the shell we are getting it right now. We'll try to get it triggered from there, and by that way we get the metadata shell. Let me define the local host. So local host is 102. Okay, and now make it exploit. Okay, so we are listening right now. What we have to do, we just go back to this place. Okay, let me try to get it copy that content on my machine. So let me make it this customized for me. It's 4102. Okay, I think it looks good. Now let me run this. Okay, it's done. I think I'm not sure whether this will run or not. Let me try to get it trigger. Okay, perfect. When we trigger it, we can able to see, we can able to get the metadata shell. So once we get the metadata shell, what we have to do, we simply have to fire a command for the port forwarding. So this command I'm using on the metadata session just to port forwarding my traffic. Okay, so local port and the port which is defined, it's 9512. I'll just define it over here itself. Once I'm done with it, I'll just go ahead in the background once again, as this part is complete. Session 1 part is completed, and we'll run the exploit once again. And before running the exploit, let me see on my local machine whether I can able to see that port or not. I can able to see this port. So port forwarding we have defined it over here. That was the reason we can able to see that port on our local machine. Okay, so let me go back to here, run this exploit once again. Now there is one file which we can able to see. So this file, I can say that it's available on our system itself. So let me locate this file. Where exactly is it? It's present in my download also right now. Okay, so it's easy for me to get it run this. So I'll just try to get it copy on my target, so that's easy for me to run it. So port 80 is already running, so there is nothing like that. We required port 80 as a Python simple HTTP server to be get it running once we running this file. Okay, so what I have to do with Python 2, I'll try to run this and using both the files. So let me run this over here. This file which we have created with the MSF console, we just define it over here, and the IP address of my local machine is 102, local host of the target, and this file which we can able to see this, it's look like exploit which we can run it, and by that way we can get it triggered a metadata shell. Okay, let me trigger it now, and we can go back to the metadata. Is it in output? We are getting it over here. No. Yes, we are getting it now. So we can get that metadata shell now. So what we can do it over here, we simply have to try to see what type of writes, and I can say that this time it's not SVC account, it's a Clara. Okay, so Clara access, we can see it over here, and we'll just try to see what's the present directory, this one. Okay, we'll go to the desktop. Okay, and try to run this and type it's cat user.txt, and I can able to see the content of user.txt. So this is first part by which we can able to see the initial level writes. Now we'll go inside of this machine with the shell command, and now I'll switch to the PowerShell. So now I'm inside of the PowerShell now. Okay, what we have to do, we can download the WinPs once again. If you wanted, I can do that, but I'm not sure whether what's the problem, why it's not working earlier for me. So let me try to get it download and try to see whether it's working this time or not. So let me try to run it once again, and it should be working this time. Yeah, it's this time it's working. Sorry, it's Windows. Okay, perfect. So now what we have to do, we simply have to run this. So it's win64.exe, and we'll simply run this and wait for the complete output. So we have done with the output for WinPs for this. Earlier WinPs is not able to get a download, but this time it's working for me fine. So let me see what exactly we are getting out of this. Let me scroll more. Okay, we can able to see the saved credential on Firefox on a target machine. So this we can use it. Okay, it's look like the port which we can able to see earlier to get it access. I think it's look like something like that only. We'll figure out what exactly we can do it. And this is an NTLM hash of Clara, so we can able to get that also. I think that's it. Nothing else we can get it out of this. These are the things we are getting it from the win piece. Lot of things I'm getting it. Okay, so we don't waste our time more. We have just already copied those content which I'm getting it from this. So what I have to do, I'll simply try to approach for this which I'm get earlier also. I'll try to get it access. So this section which I tried to get it access in the initial phase of this video, so we'll just go back to this section once again. Okay, and this time what I have to do, I'll simply have to mention the full name as development. Now the website name is we are getting the website name is Hancliffe.htb. Let me try to get it copy and paste it over here. I think it's not allowed. Okay, let me try to get it copy only the required content. No, it's not aligned. Okay, so let me copy this content on my notepad so it's easy for me to get it copy. So I'll copy it from here. Okay, Hancliffe.htb. Now what I have to do, the next step, now it's asking for master password. So whatever the password I'm getting it from this, so let me copy that password. Okay, let me copy and paste over here. Okay, and now we'll click on generate password. So this will generate a password for us. Okay, this is the password which I'm expecting over here. Okay, perfect. So now what I have to do, I'll simply have to use this. Make sure you have this credentials with you. Okay, so just make it a note of your generated password. Generated password is this. Okay, now what we have to do, we'll simply have to run, we just try to make it a pivoting concept over here. Okay, just to do that, what I have to do, simply have to get it copy the chisel on my target machine first, and on the basis of that I'll just try to get it triggered on my local machine, so that it just make it a pivoting concept over here. To get it trigger, we'll start with our target machine. As my port is already running on port 80, it's already running, so nothing I required it over there itself. I'll simply have to get it copy. Okay, so let me go to my shell. Okay, and what I have to do, I'll simply have to go out of this desktop and I'll just run this. Okay, let me see whether it will run or not. It's running. In the meantime, let me run the Crazle on my base system also, so that it's easy for me to get it run both the things. Okay, so over here on our local machine, make sure when you're copying the command, make sure you have to make it hyphen, as it just get it copy and paste it on my word file. It's become a single hash instead of double hash. Okay, run this. That's it. Now go back to the terminal once again. I can see it's already downloaded. Let me trigger it now with that specified port, and I hope this will work for me. Oh no, it's not. So we have the another option also. We'll try to get it triggered for a different port, that's 5985. This is also one of the port which we can see it at the time when we have run the netsh. I'll show you that once again. Wait a minute, I'll show you that. This is also one of the port is running, it's 5985. So we'll try to use that one also over here. I hope this will work for us. Okay, yeah, it's working. So now this connection is established and we can able to do the stuffs directly on a base machine. I'm not sure why it's not working. Okay, so now what we have to do, this one is work. Now what we have to do, whatever the correct password we have make it, we'll try to make it for us in such a way like this. We'll try to run it the evil win rm, okay, and whatever that password is created for us, that password we have to use it over here. That's a generated password, okay. And now I'll run this for my local machine. Let's wait for the output. I think we can connect it. Okay, so some mistake happened from my side at the time of generating a password. So this is the password, we're supposed to get it. So it may be like I have not refreshed it as I have resetted the machine in between of it. That was the reason I have not reset it, resetted the machine, and I have not refreshed this page. That was the reason behind it. I'm not getting the appropriate output. So this is a generated password which we're supposed to get it, okay. So I have already copied that, and this password we have to use it. Once we use the same password, we can able to get it login, okay. I'm using the same password and we can able to get it login. So over here, this is the step for it, which I feel like I just have to tell you, like this is the step you have to take it appropriate, then only you can simulate that machine appropriately from your side. Okay, so once again we'll fire the who am I, and let's see, we are getting an error. No, I'll just make it a wrong command. Let me go out of it, run it once again. Okay, who am I? Okay, this will work. As a development user, we can able to get it login right now. What I have to do, I'll just come out of it, and I'll just once again come out of it in user section. Let me see what exactly the stuff we can able to see. There are a couple of users we can able to see. Okay, what else we can see over here? There is dev app is one of the folder. Okay, let me go inside of it and see what exactly the stuff we can see. So there are two, there is one bin file and there is one ps1 file. So let me try to get it access the content of this. So it's purely a PowerShell type of thing, okay. So now this is the point where I stopped earlier, and I'm not able to solve the machine after that. So there is one of the reference link, I can say that, or I can say that there is one blog, the complete write-up is provided by 7Rocky. So I have just gone through that write-up only, and I'm using that concept only directly. So I'll show you that also one. So this is the blog, which is 7rocky.github. This is the link, and over here you can see the steps you can see that completely what are the steps you have to take it to proceed further with that. So these are the steps you can go through from your site, and each and every steps it's consume both the concept for it, a cbin file, and other than that I can say the same file is trying to run it in the buffer overflow, just like concept is buffer overflow is utilizing over there itself just to done with that. And finally he is having this script which we can run it directly just to get that root level rights, okay. So I'm not going with all the steps what you have to do it from your site, okay, that you can do it, okay. I'll just put it the link in my write-up also, so that it's easy for you to go through from your site, and you just have to see all the steps if you want to know what are the steps is taking over here itself, okay. Just for your references, I'll just make it that point. Now we simply have to get it, download this file on our base machine, try to do the analysis from your site, and once you're done with the analysis, now what we have to do from our site, There is one of the command which I'll show you that right now on your screen. This thing you have to run it just to get that, like there is like py file, like there's a Python file which we are creating it, so it just done on the basis of a requirement. So as we are defining our ports, we are defining our local host IP address. So on the basis of that, we are just getting the output out of it, and we have to get it customize this script. So this script we can copy it, but we just have to customize as our need. Okay, so now I can show you that exploit.py. so this is the actual file which we have to use it over here. Okay, and this I have already modified from my side, so nothing I have to do it. Okay, now only one thing is left from my side. There is a listener, I have to start it. So let me go to one of the section. Okay, so you just have to copy it and paste it over there as per your need, and on the basis of that you have to customize your exploit.py file. And once you're done with both the things, let me run this. It's on 7575 and wait for it. Now on our another terminal, we simply have to run its python 3 exploit.py, and we can able to see the root label rights, it's administrator rights, we can able to see. Okay, we'll just go back over here, user section, administrator, desktop, and I think here we can able to see the root.txt file. I can able to see, I think maybe root.txt, you can able to see the content of it. Okay, so I know like for the script, how to build that script and everything you just want to know. So either I'll prepare one more video from my side just for this section so that it's easy for you to understand. Okay, I'm not covering that same thing in this video. I'll just use it that exploit file directly so that it's easy for us to make it that visible for everyone. If we have just going by the step and step, it take a lot of time for you to make that understand. Okay, so I'll just make a separate video for just for this section how to do that. Okay, other than that, so now I'll just give you a complete summary of this application from my side. Okay, so what exactly we are doing it from our side in this machine. So we simply have to run the nmap. By that way we just try to figure out like what are the ports are running on the target. It's a port 80, port 8000, and port quad 9 is running on the target machine. On the basis of that, we'll proceed further with port 80 run. We are just getting the output of ngx, and on the basis of that we figure out like there's a possibility we have to run the go buster, and along with that we have to put the host entry from our side. And once we run the go buster, we figure out couple of things over there itself, and one of the things is the maintenance. We'll try to access directly on a browser, we are not getting appropriate output. Then we'll run go buster once again with a different type of word list, and still we are not getting appropriate output which we are looking for it. And I'll show you that also, what is the output we're supposed to get it. Finally, this is the output which we get it second time when we are running the go buster with the updated then still we are getting this output. Then what happened, like the next step is like we run our fuzzing from us just to figure out like if we are going for the fuzzing, what exactly the steps we can get it out of it. So we are running the fuzzing from our side, and by this way we are getting this output. We'll try both the files to be get it accessed directly with our URL, and by that way I can able to figure out there is a login page, and there is a I can say that a software name is also present. I'll try to figure out like is there any known exploit is available in the market or not. I'll try to figure out and it's available. By that way, just to get it customized the script, we can able to get that shell of it. And we are not getting a stable one as we have to proceed further from our side. We have to make it a listener on our base machine itself and try to get it triggered a PowerShell base 64 content from the shell itself, which we are running it from our side, and by that way we are getting a control, a reverse shell of it. Then we proceed further from our side. We'll try to run a couple of things from our side. WinPiece is one of the thing. We'll try to figure out what are the ports is running on it, and we'll just figure out like 9512 port and 5985 port and couple of other ports we can able to see it over there. So on the basis of that, now what happened, I'll just make it a port forwarding of 9512 on my local machine. and by that way I can able to see that port running on my local machine also, and by that way we'll just proceed further. We'll just make it one reverse.txt, one file is generated which we required it just to get it triggered and getting a metadata shell. And once we done with that port forwarding, we'll try to get it exploit once again, and by this way we get the control of Clara first time. Before that, every time we are getting a reverse shell of SVC account and we're looking for some users itself. So that was one of the user, I can see that Clara. By this way user.txt file we are just able to figure out and we are able to see the content of it. Now we'll run the WinPiece once again and we can able to see the credential of development user, I can say that from my side. And there is a 8000 port which is running on a target machine directly. We'll try to see that over there to generate one password over there, and simultaneously I can say that I have make it a pivoting concept over there, and by that way I'll try to run it a will win RM, and by that way I can able to get the control of it with a development user. And now we'll proceed further with that. We'll try to see like there are two files is present. One is a bin file and there is one is a ps1 a PowerShell file. By that way we just get it download on a bin file on our base system itself. We'll just try to done some buffer concept from our side, and by that way finally we'll just created one exploit which I have not created. I have shown you the reference link for it. The person have prepared everything for you, and I'm just taking that as a reference for me as I'm not able to solve the machine after that. So that was the reason, and I'll take that exploit.db directly from that blog, and that I use it with the customized code as I am using my machine is on a different IP address. That was the reason I have to create using MS Venom. I have to make it my own, and then I just have to make it over there just to get it customized as per a need. Once we run it, we just have, before running that actual exploit.py, we have to make it a listener, and by that way we get the control of the administrator. We can able to see the root.txt file. So that is all the stuff I just want to get it covered in this machine. It's a hard machine, and I'm just giving thank you to 7 Rocky once again. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, subscribe my channel. If you like to give some feedback, you can give the feedback in the comment section of this video. And even if you like to connect me, you can connect me on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll just provide in the description section of this video. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye. And thank you so much once again for 7 Rocky to provide me an exploit directly on the blog, and that write-up is very helpful for me. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.